Hello to all my friends out there. And so what I have is a half a tube of beef patty mix. I wanted to mention something. Mainly, since I'm making gravy, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to flavor my grease with the hamburger because, you know, there's not that much meat. So what I want to do is I want to brown my gravy good in this. I want to make a big pan of beef gravy, and I have my flame hot, you know. And okay, so now first, and it's really important to brown, you know, to flavor your gravy with the meat good, and then to flavor your flour with the grease that's flavored with the meat. I want to brown my gravy. I don't want to get my gravy too thick though, but I want it thick enough so I can make a big, I want to make a big pot of gravy. And then you see me the next day, I want to have like this gravy, I want to have this like soup. And so I want to make this gravy, and then I want to make some mashed potatoes, either instant or, you know, potatoes. So, okay, here is the beef patty mix I bought. So this is $1 worth of beef patty mix, 4 ounces, half a pound. And I fried my hamburger in garlic salt, black pepper, and chopped onion, and I just have, you know, regular flour. You know, I bought that flour. I got 1 week I got 4 pounds of flour. Yeah, 4 pounds of flour at one of the 99 cents, I think, Dollar Tree. I got that for $1, so that was a good deal, you know. So, you know, this is funny. Okay, the thing about gravy is kind of like, beans. One, you don't want to be in a, okay, see how my gravy is starting to brown? You don't want to be in a big hurry. So you might think, well, why make gravy? Why make gravy? Well, because this is only 4 ounces of meat. And this is going to make a lot of food. Okay, so now you can see it's starting to brown. I have my heat on high. Okay, this is evaporated milk. Half evaporated milk and half water. So that's going to flavor my gravy good. Sometimes I use and the thing about this is, if you get a few lumps in your gravy, don't be disturbed. Just stir them out, cook them out. You know, there's no method, oh, this is the way. No, just make some gravy. Okay, so you can see I'm stirring it. And then the other trick is continuous stirring. That's how some people get such creamy gravy. After I get this, how I determine the gravy is ready is when it stops thickening. I like my gravy a little bit on the thin side, almost like soup. So you can see this is starting to shape up. This is also really good on biscuits. If you have sausage, one of my clients at the hair shop, we were talking, and she said she got caught in this, you know, in a salon you hear everything. She got caught in this vicious cycle out on the streets. I mean, it was horrible. She liked to have never gotten off of the streets, but she finally did. And the first thing she made was some sausage and gravy and biscuits. I'll never forget that. I felt so bad for her, but she finally did get off of the street, which was a blessing. So now you can see my gravy is starting to shape up. So what I want to do in a few minutes, it's not quite ready, is I want to turn my heat down, and I want to cook my gravy for maybe 10 or 15 minutes so that I can flavor my gravy up you know, so and then I'm going to add salt and pepper, but not yet. Okay, so my gravy is starting to shape up. I'm going to turn my heat down a little bit for when I want to cook it. And if it starts thickening up on me, I'm just going to add more. Okay, so that was 1 can. This is crazy about evaporated milk. It's 11 ounces. So it was 11 ounces of evaporated milk and 12 ounces of water. So here is the one I got. And I got this at a good deal at one of the stores. So, okay. And I knew I was going to have gravy tonight. So I baked some cowboy cookies. And I baked some Irish soda bread. And so instead of biscuits, I'm going to have this Irish soda bread with the gravy on top. And this is really cheap, and it's everything that's in the stockpile. So, okay, you know, and if I have a little tea, it's going to taste really good. And so I bought this tea, I think it was at 99-cent only stores or Dollar Tree for $1 100 bags. And I like green tea at night. So, okay, so I'm just going to keep taking a, you know, it seems a little thin right now, but it thickens up as it cooks. So, you know, you don't want it too thick. Okay, so I was thinking about something. Okay, this month, it's the 18th already. And I thought, you know, why not just find 10 dinners in my stockpiles and eat the stockpile food and don't spend any more money this month on food. Okay, so the first thing I came up with was gravy and potatoes. And I have instant potatoes. And then, so starting on Monday, hot dogs and fries, chicken and rice, goulash, which is macaroni with tomatoes. I'll give you the recipe when I make it. Stir fry, pancakes and eggs, tacos, beans. I have ham, hamburger and fries, sausage, and sauerkraut. So this is 10 easy dinners, and everything's in the stockpile. And let me just give you the raisin bread recipe real quick. I added nuts this time, but you don't have to. Sometimes I don't. You can use any kind of dried fruit you have, or you can use no fruit. If you don't have fruit, you don't have fruit. So everything in the stockpile, I make a half a loaf. And for buttermilk, I made, you know, I used the milk and 1 tablespoon of vinegar or lemon juice. That's another reason you have to have lemon juice. If you don't have oil, you can use margarine or shortening. And I was thinking about the stockpile. For me, I think I'm going to stockpile shortening. I think it's the safest way to go. Okay, and I didn't bring the cowboy cookie recipe, but I'll give it to you when I come back. And so, you know, I was thinking about disasters. I mean, here in San Diego, we have to worry about 2 things. I mean, you know, anything could happen, but mainly fire and earthquake. So one of my customers was in the Alaskan, I think it was an earthquake. It might have been a volcano. I don't remember. But here's what she said, and so I agree with this: food, water, gas, cash, and first aid. And probably smart to keep an extra first aid kit in your car. So, you know, I'm going to be working on that. So, okay, back to my gravy. So, I'm going to be cooking this gravy for, I mean, maybe 20 minutes. I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. And if you're new to stockpiling, you know, if you just take note of what I'm doing here, you would have half a month's stockpile. And then next month, at the beginning of the month, you could just buy 2 times as much food, and you would have food for a month. So see how I'm stirring my gravy? That's a whole trick to the gravy for creamy gravy. And okay, once I add, you know, the 1 can of evaporated milk, if it starts getting thick on me, you know, then from then on, I just add water. And it does start to thicken up. So, okay, I will be back, and God bless you all.